168, world champion at 154, 160, taking on Nicholson. And Boo Boo, first of all, welcome back to Showtime Championship Boxing. I guess you're taking on Nicholson. You know, listen, this is a guy who went the distance with Edgar Berlanga. What's the message, I guess, you're trying to send to 168, considering you've already been at the top at 154, you've been at the top at 160. What's the message you're trying to send to the 168-pound division?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm on a new journey, man. Three-divisional world champion. That's pretty much the message. Again, Nicholson is one of the few that will accept a fight on, with me, a challenge, of course. And my hat goes out to him. But, yeah, I'm looking to, get in there with the top names at 168 pounds.
Love it. Damon, let me come to you, because I know you went the distance with Edgar Berlanga. But what would a win over a two-division world champion like Demetrius Andrade do for you?
Me beating Boo Boo, man, it solidifies me. It helps me rewrite my story. As I came in the game of boxing, I had a lot of ups and downs and things like that. So me beating Boo Boo is gonna help me rewrite my story.
Yeah, Boo Boo was known for being an awkward fighter to fight. Yeah. How do you become the first guy to crack that puzzle?
Just go in there and do what I do best, and that's box. I don't really, honestly, my opinion, I don't see Boo Boo as awkward. I think he's one of the sharpest boxers on the planet, so he just has his own style. I think just go in there and box, that's it.
Boo Boo, talk to me about Damon. It's one thing to say, hey, look, I'm on this new journey. Do you feel like, considering some of those big names at 168, is this a division and a fight where you need to make a statement to show, hey, look, I'm here and I'm ready at 168?
Now, for sure, every fight's like that. This is not one fight that's not going to catapult you to that level. So every fight is at that highest stake every time, all the time for somebody like me. I don't ever look past anybody. Nicholson is coming to take off my head just like I am too. So at the end of the day, I'm going in there prepared to get hit and to do the hitting and also be on top. But yeah, I mean, I don't look past anything, but I do look past. You know what I'm saying? I have my future. I have my confidence. Yeah. At the end of the day, I know what I'm looking to do. And so, you know what I mean? I'm looking to get in there with the big guys. And my preferred preference always, I'm going to always keep saying it because there's no more network shit. Win, lose, or draw, Jamal Charlo, bro. That's it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, bro. That's what I'm here for. At the end of the day, I got a left hand for him. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. Right now, I'm doing what I need to do so we can set that up.
Well, let me ask you this then and follow up on that, Boo Boo, because, listen, you were successful at 154 and 160, but, the one problem that always followed you was I can't get the big fights that I want. So now you're at 168. Obviously there's word that Charlo is wanting to move up to 168. Caleb Plant is there. Obviously Canelo is there. So you've already got David Benavidez is already here. You've already got big names in this division. Do you believe this is a division where Demetrius Andrade can finally get the big-time fights?
I mean, I believe it's Showtime. I believe it's this network that I'm on now that's going to be able to provide that. And for me and for the fans and for my legacy as well, I was with HBO. I was with Showtime I was with you guys a long time ago, fighting Willie Nelson. I was with The Zone. They had their names, they had their avenues for me to try to make things happen. It didn't work. I'm back here and I'm looking to, make them fights happen. And I believe the people that's behind Showtime can make it happen and continue to put on great fights like they do. And so that's what I'm eager for.
And lastly, Damon, boy, would you not upset the apple cart if you get a win on January 7th? I mean, just give us a sense what that would do to this division.
It would definitely put the division on notice, definitely. But in my to me, my belief is that, you know, me beating Boo Boo won't stop him at all. You know, he's gonna get those fights that he wants, regardless. Win, like he said, win, lose or draw. You know, so my main objective is go in there, win, shock the world, and get the fights that I need. You know, to like I said, rewrite my legacy.
Love it. All right. I know there's members of the media that want to ask you guys some questions, so we're going to bring them in and ask you guys some questions before we move on to the next fight of the night. Members of the media, all we ask is you raise your hand there on the Zoom, and then we'll acknowledge you, and you can ask your question. Andrew Roberts, he's with Swanson Communications. He's now going to let members of the media ask the questions for Nicholson and Demetrius Andrade. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thanks very much, Brian. We're going to start things off with Ishmael Abdul Salam from Beats Boxing Mayhem. Ishmael, please unmute yourself. You can ask your. Ishmael, you there? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. First question is for Damon. Damon, a lot of people might not realize you respond very well off of your losses. When you lost to Steve Rose and Jesse Hart, you came back with successive knockouts. And even against Berlanga, you're on a two-fight knockout streak heading into this fight against Andrade. So I wanted to ask you, talk a little bit about your mentality, what you bring to the ring after you come off defeats, and how that's going to help you going into the biggest fight of your career.
You know, like you know, all my losses, man, it pointed out a specific story that was going on in my life. You know, after I lost to I really don't consider myself losing to Steve Rose, you know, but I mean, I lost, but after I lost to Steve Rose, you know, I had just made a huge transition in my training camp and things like that, and it picked back on the Jesse Hart fight. You know, when I fought Jesse Hart, you know, I was at the darkest times of my life, from getting in trouble, having kids, you know, so it was just a dark time of my life, man, you know, and after that, a year later, you know, my kidneys failed, and I returned back to the ring, and I fought Berlanga, but when I was fighting Berlanga, I figured out why my kidneys failed, from my body not getting the minerals it need, you know, just working too hard and just doing too much. And when I fought Berlanga, you know, the problem was basically 75% taken care of, you know. But after the Berlanga fight, I really had to sit down and map everything out, as far as life, you know. So man, each loss, man, I don't look at it as a loss. It was just a lesson, you know. And I learned my lessons. Now it's time to get on the biggest stage of my life, my career, getting there with a great fighter like Demetrius Andrade, you know, definitely a future Hall of Famer. But it's time for me to show where I belong, you know. So yeah, man, after each loss, man, it was just, I never lost doubt. I never lost faith in myself. And that's the thing. I believe in myself. You know, I know my power. I know where I stand in this world and in boxing, you know.
Thank you very much. And last question is for Andre. Andre, give you a fun fact. When I spoke to Stephen Espinoza a couple years ago and I asked him about you, he said, I don't want to hear no more about Andre. He's not serious, blah, blah, blah. You see what a big difference 2 years makes. I wanted to ask you, what do you feel was the major thing that kind of thawed the relationship between you and Showtime? I speculated it was the way you knocked out quickly, but I wanted to hear from you. What do you think was the big turning point in rectifying that relationship?
I think just finally people hearing, like, from the source, from me, you know, my voice, not other people talking